welcome you all in today's class. In today's class, we will discuss the homework answers of yesterday and we will enter into exercise 6.3. Okay, so in yesterday's class, we saw about Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so here in this question, it is given 6 is the member of the Pythagorean triplet. So we know that 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 makes a Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So you can take 2m is equal to 6. So what is m? M is equal to 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. Okay. So what is m square minus 1? M square minus 1 is, m is 3, right? So m square is 3 square minus 1, that is 3 square is 9, 9 minus 1, that is 8. Okay. Next, what is m square plus 1? That is 3 square plus 1 and that is 9 plus 1 and that is 10. Okay. So here 2m comma m square minus 1 comma m square plus 1 equal to, you have 2m as 6 and m square minus 1 as 8 and m square plus 1 as 10. Okay, so this is the required Pythagorean triplet. Clear? Look at the next question. You have 14 here. So here also we have to find the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so we know that 2m m square minus 1 m square plus 1 makes a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, then you can have 2m is equal to 14. Since 14 is the member of the triplet, I am taking 14 and substituting the first value. Okay, so here you will have m is equal to 7. 2 7s are 14, no? Okay, then you have m square minus 1, that is 7 square minus 1, that is 49. 7 7s are 49. Okay, so 49 minus 1 and that is equal to 48. Okay, next we have m square plus 1, that is 7 square plus 1. Okay, so 49 plus 1, that is 50. Okay, so you have therefore 8. So what is the value of 2m here? 14. Then m square minus 1 is 48. And m square plus 1 is 50. Okay. Is the required Pythagorean triplet. Understood? Next we have 18. Okay, so let us take 2m is equal to 18. So m is equal to 9. 2 9s are 18, no? Yes. Then m square minus 1 is 9 square minus 1, that is 81 minus 1, that is 80. Then m square plus 1 is 9 square plus 1, that is 81 plus 1, that is 82. So we know 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 will make a Pythagorean triplet. So what is 2m here? 18. Okay, then what is m square minus 1? It is 80. Then m square plus 1 is 82. Okay, so this makes the required Pythagorean triplet. Is that clear? So we have discussed all the 3 homework sums. Kindly check your answers with it. Now let us enter into today's class. In today's class we will learn about square roots. Actually, what do you mean by square roots? if you have a number, if you have a square number, okay, 49 is a square number, okay, and this is a square number, and the number whose square it is, this number is known as square root. Okay, actually 49 is a square number, but the number whose square it is known as the square root of 49. So 7 is the square root of 49. Is it clear? Also you have minus 7 into minus 7 as 49 only. Minus into minus is plus, and 7 7 is 49. Okay, is it clear? So for a square number, you can have two possible square roots. One is negative and one is positive. Is it clear? So that is what it is said here. Two square roots for all square numbers. Okay, but in this chapter we are dealing only with positive numbers. Okay, so you can take all the numbers more than 0. You did not go below 0, that is negative numbers. Leave out all the negative roots. Okay, and here we will see two methods to find the square root. Since this is a small number, you are finding directly, but if you have a big number, you cannot think out, and you cannot find out. So you have different methods, like by repeating subtraction and by prime factorization. We will learn about these two methods clearly in the exercise. 6.3, first question, what could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following numbers? I'll do the first subtraction for you. 9801 is given. Okay, so we have to find what will be the number in the ones digit in the square root of 9801. Okay, so if a square number is ending with 1, then it may have either 1 or 9 in its square root. Yes or no? We have already learnt this in the first exercise itself. Okay, we know that 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, like that. For only 1 and 9, the square number ends with 1. Yes or no? So here also you will have the square root may have 1 or 9 in the ones digit. Is it clear? So if it is something else other than 1 or 9, then this square number will not end with 1. If the square root is ending with 1 or 9, only then the square number, perfect square, will also end with 1. Clear? Second question, without doing actual calculation, find the numbers which are surely not perfect squares. Okay, so I already said you that perfect squares will end with 0, 1, okay, 4, 5, 6 and 9. Okay, we all remember this. 1 ones are 1, 2 twos are 4, 3 threes are 9, 4 fours are 16, 5 fives are 25, 6 six are 36, 7 sevens are 49, 8 eights are 64, 9 nines are 81 and 10 tens are 100. Okay, so all these square numbers ends with only these digits. So is there any possibility for a square number to end with 3? No, it is not possible. Okay, so you will write no. What is the reason? A square number will not end with 3. Okay, so is it possible for any square number to end with 7? No. Okay, so you also write the same sentence here. A square number will not end with 7. Okay, next 408. So 408, is there any possibility for a square number to end with 8? No. So here also you will write the same thing. No, a square number will not end with 8. Okay, next this number is ending with 1, 441. So we have we may have 1 or 9 in the square root of this number. Okay, so this is possible. Okay, so any square number can end with 1. Okay, so you can write yes, it can be a square number. Is it clear? This is the final question of today's class. Third question, find the square root of 100 and 169 by the method of repeated subtraction. So actually the question has 100 and 169, but I will do 169 for you and you have to do 100 as your homework. Okay, so look here, we are going to find this square root by repeated subtraction. I already said you that we have two methods to find square root. The first one is repeated subtraction. The second one is prime factorization. Okay, first we'll do this. Look here, I can write 169 minus 1 is equal to 168. Okay, so now 168, this result minus 3. You have to subtract odd numbers. Okay, so this is 165. Then 165 minus 5. Clear? So this now you have to begin the next step with the result of the first step. Okay, and you have to subtract the consecutive odd numbers. Okay, so here it is 160. Then 160 minus 7, that is 153. Okay, then 153 minus 9. Okay, that is 144. Then 144 minus 11, that is 133. So 133 minus 13. Okay, that is 120. Okay, so let me write it here. 120 minus, so we stopped with 13. Then after that, which is the odd number? 15. Minus 15, that is 105. Okay, then 105 minus 17. Okay, so what is that? It is 105 minus 10 is 95. Okay, 95 minus 7 is how much? It is 88. Okay, then you have 88 minus 19. Okay, actually 88 minus 20 is 68, right? So it will be 69. Then 69 minus 21. So what is the answer here? It is 48. So 48 minus 23, it is 25. Then 25 minus 25, it is 0. So you have to reach till 0. Till that you have to do the repeated subtraction. Is it clear? So now count how many steps are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is it clear? So we have done 13 steps. Okay. So this is nothing but 169 is equal to 13 square. Clear? Otherwise you can write the square root of 169. So this is the symbol of square root. Okay, so square root of 169 is 13. Is it understood for all of you? So we have completed today's class. We have learnt about square roots. Okay, and we have learnt about repeated subtraction. Kindly go through the video once or twice. Try to understand whatever is taught and do the homework on your own. Thank you and have a nice day.